Maggie Mulhern, I cannot believe that you are sitting here with me and I am interviewing you.
Yeah, this is disturbing me.
This is very disturbing, isn't it, on so many levels?
But as long as it's you, it's okay.
Listen, I have been honored to have been interviewed by you on several occasions, and we've had some great talks. And you're just a bundle of energy. You bring out the crazy in me. You bring out the good stuff in me. But you have been so kind to cover a lot of what Empire has been doing, and a lot of basically where I see the industry going, and I'm honored that you spent any time with me at all. But now that you're sitting here and now you're on the hot seat and I just get to sit back and watch you answer questions, I'm loving every second of this.
Well, I just want to say, how cool is it for me to get to interview you and go to the Empire schools, touring your schools and going to that competition, which is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. You know, I was not prepared for that. When I went in there, I thought, okay, I've judged a lot of competitions, I've attended a lot of competitions. That was just so wild in such a wonderful way, and I was so impressed by the people there, the kids there, the students there, and what they were doing was just incredibly impressive.
Which brings me right to my first question, and it's the one I've been anxious to ask you, because you have interviewed everybody from, I'm sure, Vidal Sassoon to you name it, any of the new stars of today. Matter of fact, you're here on a break from a big photo shoot right here in New York City.
I'm shooting with Anthony Morrison. He's back there waiting at the studio for me, and he was the winner of Sheer Genius 1, and he's just one of the many cool people I've been able to meet with and shoot with.
And they pay you to do this, okay? They pay you to do this stuff. Okay, I know, it's a secret, okay, we won't tell anybody. But that brings me to the question of what, you know, of all the people that you've interviewed, there's got to be some outstanding people, or maybe an outstanding person, and you go, wow, I left that interview with an understanding of why that person is so successful. And I'm going to ask you, do any of those interviews stand? I mean, thousands of interviews you've done.
Thousands of interviews, and thousands of interviews with the most amazing people ever. And of course, the one no-brainer is Vidal Sassoon. And I want to tell you my little story, my favorite Vidal Sassoon story.
Cool.
I was doing a photo shoot with Tim Hartley and Annie Humphreys, who were at the time the artistic directors of Vidal Sassoon.
Absolutely.
And I was meeting with him earlier in the day, and I said, I just want you to know I'm shooting with Tim and Annie. And he said, oh, I would love to stop by the studio. And I'm like, okay, fine, you know, we'll let you come.
Yeah.
And earlier that morning, I was with a bunch of hairdressers, and somebody overheard me say that I was doing a photo shoot and that Vidal was stopping by.
Right.
And the hairdressers, 5 of them had just graduated from beauty school, came up to me and they said, is there any way we can come to the shoot? And I said, you know, I don't know. I don't know how Vidal is going to, he's coming basically as a favor to me, just to be with Annie and Tim. But I said, you know what, come to the photo studio, go sit in the way back, and you know, just so you can be in the same room, let him go do his thing, and then you have to get out of there, because I don't want to do that to Vidal.
Absolutely.
So the hairdressers are hiding in the back of the room, and Vidal gets off the elevator and blows past me, says, oh, hi, Maggie, goes beyond me. He sees these 5 people standing over there and went up to each one and said, my name is Vidal Sassoon, what's your name?
Oh my God.
Shook each hand individually. One person was in tears, another person afterwards, I think actually fainted. You know, we had to revive her. And he was as gracious and as lovely as could be. He was as excited about meeting these newcomers, these brand new professionals, as he was about working with Tim and Annie. And it was so exciting for me to watch him embrace the industry as he still does.
I think it's so amazing that you know everybody, and I mean everybody at all connected, past and present, and very much so future, in the beauty industry, and yet you can still gush about something.
Oh my
like
God,
that.
no, that's the coolest thing. And to answer you, I mean, obviously Vidal is the duh, but some of the most exciting people that I meet are the newcomers, are the ones who just got their license and are so excited and enthused and have such great visions. And to watch them translate that vision into their work either in the studio or in the salon or however they choose to express their creativity and passion is very meaning to me. It's very exciting for me to see people as they launch their careers.
I don't blame you. I mean, that's what turns me on every day. In our schools, seeing these incredible young talents, and you know, you can almost see, you can feel the energy in a room. As I said, not only Future Professional Expo, but just go into a normal classroom right here in Manhattan, or go in any of our schools, and you start realizing that the future of the industry is in good hands. It's going to be in excellent hands.
Oh yeah, and again, your competition, just the people that I met there, not just I was judging the nail thing, and you know, what was that?
Yeah.
That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. But meeting the nail people and meeting the hairdressers who are the what do you call them? Future professionals.
Future professionals.
The future professionals.
Right.
Meeting them. I mean, just it's so exciting for me.
It
I
is.
get really excited.
Think about it. Some of those are
them.
people you're going to be interviewing someday, or you know, or we're going to be interviewing together. Who knows?
Even more exciting for me are the people who are launching interesting parts of their career. For example, Artist Session is something that I founded 2 years ago. It is designed for hairdressers who want to get into session work but don't know how to do it. To do a photo shoot, it's a fortune, you know, by the time you hire the model, the photographer, the makeup artist, and this is just not affordable for a hairdresser who's maybe been saving up tips for the past 2 or 3 years. So I said, how can I do this collectively, make it affordable for everyone, and make it a benefit for them, for myself, for Modern Salon Magazine? So I started Artist Session. We open it up for 10 to 12 hairdressers. They come in for the 2-day program. The first day is all about speeches and learning how to better oneself and how to up your profile. We have a public relations person, Jane Morehouse, who is somebody you know, and she's just fantastic.
She is.
We have an agent from New York come in, and we always have a guest speaker. Last one we had Ted Gibson, before that Orbe, and it's always a secret. We never let anybody know until the day of. And then we have a model casting where the models come in and all the hairdressers get to meet the models and pick the model that they want for day 2. Day 2 is where we do the photo shoot. This is the most exciting thing for me. Number one, at the last one where Ted Gibson was speaking, one of the brand new hairdressers, she's only been a hairdresser for 1 year, turned to me with tears in her eyes and said, because she's never met Ted Gibson, and she's always wanted to meet Ted Gibson and to be in this tiny, intimate room with him. And then the next day, she was crying again. We're doing the photo shoot. She has the model that she selected. We're doing this huge shoot with the big lights and the reflectors. And then ultimately, the picture was published in Modern Salon Magazine, and a beautiful, it was
what an
beautiful.
opportunity. I think if someone would actually sit and listen to every single interview you've ever done, they could literally create the complete blueprint of their entire future and be very successful. What do you think is the common theme? What is it that makes these incredible people successful?
There is a common theme, and it's that they're not lazy. Every successful person I've met has worked hard to get there. They're not always the best hairdressers. They're not always the most creative, but they know how to market themselves and they know how to work it. There are people very famous people, that I will text right now, and within seconds, that person is responding. You know, they're not waiting to the end of the day. These are people that get up at the crack of dawn and work and work and work and go home late at night, and they're working on Saturdays and Sundays.
Absolutely.
And Mondays, which I know is traditionally a day off. But these are hard workers. And anyone I've met who has reached any level of fame or success, including you, I mean, you just can't be lazy and hope it happens to you. You have to make it happen. You have to work hard and learn and educate yourself. That's another thing. The people who are the most successful constantly educate themselves. They don't sit back and say, okay, now I'm an educator. The educators continue to educate themselves. I know we hear it all the time. You would not want to go to a doctor who hasn't cracked open a book in years and doesn't know that
the latest stuff, the latest meds, the latest techniques.
So the people are hard workers, the ones who are the most successful and passionate and are creative. They may not be the best hairdressers or the most creative. Sometimes they are, but it's more about their work ethic.
Any thoughts on career opportunities in this business?
Oh, they're wonderful opportunities, in addition, obviously, to being an educator. You know, many people I've met who just don't want to be working in the salon are enthused and excited about our future professionals. They get to work with them, so that's a great avenue. You can write books. You know, once you get that knowledge, you can write books about your experience there. You can write a book or articles about educating other people. You can be a magazine editor. Once you have that information, I mean, I wish I had that knowledge. I am, you know, look at my bangs. I cut them myself. I clearly don't know what I'm doing, even though
we have a place that can help you here, right here in Manhattan, as a matter of fact. Go ahead.
You know, I know how to write about it.
Yes.
I don't know actually how to do it, which is again why I'm so impressed by future professionals, their training and their skills. But there are so many avenues. I mean, look at these reality TV shows.
Oh my God.
I know they're now casting just to cover a hairdresser, follow a hairdresser, not necessarily one who's working in a salon, one who is just his or her life. There are so many different things.
But even working on the sets of those shows, and
right, behind the scenes,
so
doing hair and
God.
makeup for movies. Oh my goodness, Sasha Quarles is one of my favorite interviewers. He's doing right now. He's doing Men in Black. He just finished Wall Street 2, and he just has a blast doing that. Oh, I'm telling you, those people who do movies and TV,
right.
They just have a great time. They, you know, because it's always something different. You know, they're doing one thing for a couple months and then they move on. Right. And I've interviewed the people from American Idol and Dancing with the Stars, which I love.
Wow.
And these people just have a blast with their jobs.
What should our students and educators know on what they can do to be more successful, what they can do to take their skills and their craft to a higher level? I mean, any thoughts, any parting shots for them? Well,
I know once they graduate from your program, they've got the skills.
Absolutely.
And to be in it, they have to be creative and clever and passionate. Hopefully they still have the passion. But as they go forward, to not let anything get them down. It's very interesting. I'm a huge American Idol fan. And I was listening to J-Lo say to all the people as they were being booted off, I just want you to know how many times I had bad times, or I got the
rejection
no,
or whatever.
Rejection, and felt horrible about myself, and that I may as well throw in the towel. That everyone that I've been blessed and had the opportunity and honor to interview, and like you said, I've been very lucky. I've met with some pretty high-level, high-profile people. They've had bumpy roads, but they've persevered and they stuck with it and they continued to work and they kept their passion up.
You just have to work it. You have to be committed to whatever you're going to do, and your message from before, which is, and you got to work hard. You just can't. It doesn't come instantly. People sometimes watch these TV shows and they see these successful people and think, wow, I just have to be lucky. It's not lucky. Am I right? It's hard work.
No, it's a little bit of luck.
Well, sometimes.
But it's a little bit of luck, but you have to work hard. You cannot be lazy. You have to make it happen for yourself. And don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen right away or if there's a few bumps, because the bumps sometimes are good. I forget who it is. There's somebody very, very famous who said the most important ingredient in success is failure.
That's a
that you
great
learn
quote.
from failure, and if you persevere and you learn from your failures, that you will just be even that much more successful.
Every time I ever see you do anybody on tape, it's always absolutely positively enthusiastic.
If you're not having fun in the beauty industry, the
something
problem
wrong.
is you. This is such a great place to be.
I agree.
And I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be hanging with you. I mean, you're at
Believe me,
the top of your game.
The pleasure is all mine, and I know our students are going to love you, and our educators are going to love having a chance to visit with you just like we are right now. So I hope you get back to see us at Future Professional Expo. I hope you get a chance to come and see us again. We celebrated the opening of our 100th school together by doing a full tour of the Springfield School, and we had a great time together, and I enjoyed every second of it.
Well, that was great. That's a cool school.
They're
all cool schools. I'm going to go check out Paramus.
Oh yeah, we'll love to. It's right here in the neighborhood, right across the river, right behind us.
Not far from where I live, too.
Not far from where you live.
I have no excuse not
Maggie,
to
go. You're an amazing person, and you're a true force in this industry, and thank you for all that you do for us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is an honor for me to be included with this cool group of people that you are interviewing, and I kind of love and adore you, and I love what Empire's doing.
And vice versa.
Good luck to you, good luck to everyone, good luck to all you people out there. You're in the coolest industry, and I'm honored, and hopefully I'll get to meet everybody down the road.
Tell all my friends at Modern Salon that we sent our very best, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Maggie.
Bye.